Hey, I was supposed to come to this event with my best friend, but his dad got brain cancer and he's terminal. He just sent me a text and he wanted me to ask you a question. And I mean, I was going to ask it too anyways. It was, what's the hottest actress that's ever been on the show? I mean, we agreed that it was that chick from the Black and White episode, but what was your opinion?
Oh, yeah, she was very pretty.
She was.
Yeah. It was very hard kissing her.
It was hard, yes.
Stop it.
I just love getting a reaction.
Oh, they'll give it
I've
to
seen
you.
the series of flashes.
You know, that's a hard one. That's a hard one to answer because I mean we've been really fortunate with a lot of the girls that have come on the show, and we've had some really beautiful girls. So I honestly don't know if I can narrow it down to one. I don't think I can narrow it down to one.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
And do you validate the parking? It's like 12.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm Caitlin.
Hi, Caitlin.
Hi, I was wondering, I've been watching the gag reel a lot lately, and you and Jared just seem to...
What's his name?
Jared. You guys seem to just work so well with each other, even when you're just goofing off. And I was wondering if do you guys plan some of that stuff ahead of time, or is it all spontaneous? Because there's one where you guys are in the cell for Justin Bella, I think it is, or Justin Bella.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are in the cell.
Where he pulls the gun and Jared screams?
Yeah, and you guys just go start screaming.
That's actually one of my favorite gags. That's one of my favorite clips in the gag reel because that was totally, I had no idea. And if you'll notice, there's a split second between him screaming and then I look at him and then immediately join in. And that's all it was. It was just, you know, sometimes, we never planned any of that stuff. It's just, we work together, all spontaneous. I mean, I'll maybe look at him and just go follow my lead. And then we'll do something, but he just knows. I mean, we work so much together. It's just, we kind of, you know, pick up on each other, what to do, when to do it, or whatever. So it's just the nature of the business.
Thank you.
Thank you. I actually modeled my cat scream after that. After that scream.
Hi, my name is Mary. The question I'd really like to ask really kind of depends on how much you pay attention to the makeup and the prosthetics that they put on you. If you don't really pay attention, then I'd rather ask a different question.
What do you mean by pay attention to it?
Do you look at it, or are you just like, okay, I'm sitting here while they're putting this stuff on me and I'm not really paying attention to it?
I think it's a little of both. You know, because some of those applications are, you know, a couple of hours in the chair, and you get brought in really early, and sometimes really early is like, you know, 5:30 a.m. So I get there and I'm just like, meanwhile they're putting, you know, a bullet wound in my shoulder or something like that. But other times I'm sitting there just watching them, you know, and it's pretty fascinating. I mean, those guys are artists.
Okay, well then maybe you would have known. In the last scene of No Rest for the Wicked, obviously you're in hell, and I have heard that that was very painful, but they have an application of a hook through your side. But when you see it on the screen, and even when you see the shots, the publicity shots of you against the green screen, it looks like a face. So my question is, did it look like a face to you? Or was that just, you know?
I think I was just like looking at clouds, you know. It's like, hey, there's an elephant.
Okay,
and it was just, yeah, there were wrinkles in the application and stuff. I don't know, it may have come out looking like some sort of.
It actually looked like your amulet, so that's why we were really curious.
Oh no, it wasn't designed to be like that at all.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I hated that scene. For different reasons.
Hi, I'm
Hi.
Esther. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Tiny from Folsom Prison Blues. I loved you.
Cliff Kosterman, ladies and gentlemen.
So my question is, you guys are obviously not your characters, and so do you think that when you were in high school and Dean was in high school, you would have gotten along in any way?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do. he would have been my friend that I was always kind of pulling out of trouble, though, I think. I actually know a couple of guys that, you know, remind me of kind of Dean, and I'll kind of go to them, you know, and think about, okay, what would Brett do if he was in this kind of a situation, you know? And and then I'll be like, yeah, that's short-tempered guy, yeah, for sure, that's easy to do. Of course, I was always the one that would, you know, either join Brett in the fight or pull him out of one.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you. You guys have been knocking it out of the park this year, so great.
You know what? Thank you. This year is by far my favorite season, and I think it's the writers. Eric was like, man, I'm gonna go full tilt this season. And he told me from the beginning, and I'm like, all right, man, let's see it. And he has brought it for sure.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kristen.
Hi, Kristen.
My friend's too shy to actually ask you this question. So she wants to know, out of all the motel rooms that Sam and Dean have stayed in, which one stands out the most to you?
What was that?
Magic Fingers.
Well, we've had that a couple times in a couple of different.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's true. The funny thing is, it's just some big sweaty grip underneath the bed going. You know, I like the. I can't remember the name of it, but it was the one where it was like all black and white and there were mirrors. It was Providence, yeah, because Taylor Cole was guest starring and we had a big scene in there. But there's a little moment when we walk into the scene, and I think Phil was directing that episode, and he was like, take a moment, take the room in, and then just look at each other and go, huh. And I think it's the only time we've ever done that. In all the crazy, like, gaudy motel rooms we've stayed in, that was the first time we looked around and were like, this is really messed up. But Jerry Wanick, who is our production designer, is a genius, and that's really what they kind of really loosen the reins on the hotel rooms with him, and they say, do whatever you want. So it's kind of his, you know, his playtime is when he gets to design those motel rooms. He's amazing. He was also the production designer on Dark Angel, for those of you.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.